Welcome to the Bothell Buzz. Summer in Bothell is a great time for music in the park, kayaking down the Sammamish River, and road construction. Let's find out more about construction scheduled this summer in this next segment.
Summer is a busy time for us, between the weather making things grow in the right-of-way, so requiring a lot of right-of-way maintenance, to it being dry, so it's a great time for construction, as well as kids being out of school for the summer, so traffic is generally lower. So our operations crews will be spending a lot of time doing sidewalk repair and replacement around schools. We'll also be doing 2 large pavement overlay projects this year, one on Beardsley and one on 228. We will also be doing a lot of sidewalk design, which people won't really see. And then we also have 3 flashing crosswalk projects this summer, like the one you see behind me. They're primarily grant funded, which is one of the great parts of the Safe Streets and Sidewalks levy, is it's actually a package of funding. We use some levy funding and some grant funding to fund a lot of these projects. In addition, another Safe Streets and Sidewalks project that we have going this summer is a seal project. So it's a combination of crack seal on our arterial streets, as well as a local slurry seal that will be going on, and it's really a cost-effective way to preserve our pavement. I would ask people to practice work zone awareness. If you see crews out, if you see signs and orange vests, please slow down and give them a break.
As you can see, there's lots of road construction going on this summer. Let's take a closer look at how we're preserving pavement in this next segment.
Well, what we're doing here today is crack sealing, and we're also doing arterial patching. So what crack sealing and patching are is basically trying to take an existing roadway and extend its life as far as we can. So the best way that we can make a road last longer is to find ways to keep the water from getting through the pavement and into the gravel underneath, because the gravel is a major part of the roadbed. It's what keeps the asphalt flat, safe, and intact. So when we put down patches and when we put down crack seal, we're sealing up the holes on the top to keep the water from getting into the gravel for deep. Crack sealing and patching are actually somewhat new to Bothell as a capital program. Our operations and maintenance folks have done a limited amount of that in the past. The reason that we're doing crack sealing and patching is because after the passage of the Safe Streets levy, we now have a pot of money that we can use to extend the life of roads. So we are doing crack sealing and patching to make the existing roads last longer, so that we can take the rest of the money that we have and concentrate on doing those on overlays where the roads are in a little bit worse condition. Crack sealing and patching are happening in 2 areas. On our arterials, you'll see that crack sealing and patching is happening all over the city. And again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the roads that are in kind of a sweet spot between, if the roads are in really great condition, we don't do anything. If the roads are in really poor condition, those are going to have to be overlaid or reconstructed at some time in the future. But if the roads are in that middle area, we have an opportunity with crack sealing and patching to seal up the roads and extend the life for the future. We also have a local program that we're doing crack sealing and patching that is in preparation for a slurry seal that we'll be doing up near the Frank Love Elementary School this summer yet. So the traffic impacts are going to be single lane closures as we do this work on the arterials. That means where we have more than one lane going in any given direction, it'll be reduced down to 1 lane so the traffic can get around. Otherwise, it'll be alternating one-way traffic. We try to keep our work hours between around 9 and 3 to limit the impacts on the commuters in the morning and the evening. So for the local work that we're doing, we actually have a multi-step outreach program because we're doing a lot of different things in phases. In April and May, we are crack sealing and patching to get ready for the slurry seal that we're doing in August. So we've done postcards and flyers. We'll be doing door hangers. We will also be posting the streets for when we have no parking. And when we do the slurry seal, we will have to have no parking on those roads for a good chunk of the day while that goes down. We also have quite a bit of information on our website. So what slurry seal is it's actually a very, very thin overlay with some small rocks and gravel that are used to seal up the roadways. It's like putting a new coat of sealer over the whole road. So what we're doing before we put down the slurry seal coat is we're doing the patching and the crack sealing to fill in all the larger cracks. And then we put the slurry seal down, which is about 1/4 inch of asphalt and fine rock that will lock everything up and extend the life of the roads in the local areas. For the local streets, crack sealing and patching is happening in the same areas as the slurry seals. If you see crack sealing and patching happening on the arterial roads, that's all that's going to happen in those areas. On the local roads, the crack sealing and patching is in preparation for the slurry seal that's going to happen in August. How the city prioritizes these projects for the arterials is that we're starting with the roads with the highest volume, what we call ADT, or average daily traffic. So when we're doing how we prioritize the local roads is, first of all, we're selecting a neighborhood at a time. So we're only doing one area at a time. This summer it's going to be Frank Love Elementary School neighborhood. Next summer it'll be somewhere else. We actually haven't decided that yet. Within that area, we're not doing every road. We're concentrating again on the roads that do carry the most traffic. So these are the roads that connect through, the roads that all of the people that live in the neighborhood drive on. Because we've got a limited amount of funding, we had to choose where we're going to do the work and where we're not. So things like cul-de-sacs, horseshoe roads that don't connect through, that don't have a larger service to the neighborhood, we just don't have the budget to do. The crack sealing and slurry seal work is funded by the Safe Streets Levy. This has given us a resource that we can use to do more maintenance projects, more preservation projects, to keep the roads of Bothell in the best condition that we can.
For more information about any of these projects, go to the city's website. Thanks for joining us. See you next time on the Bothell Buzz.